Assalamualaikum, bro. You lonely? I don't think I need to cut this video up because honestly it's how I feel a lot of the time too. It's hard being Muslim in a non-Muslim land. It's hard being right in a place full of people who don't care nothing about it. And most of the time you don't find friends. You don't find people who advise you. You don't find people who stand shoulder to shoulder with you. You don't find people who are going to walk you hand in hand to the paradise. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us glad tidings. On the tongue of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam when he said, بدأ الإسلام غريبا. Islam began as something strange. فسيعود غريبا. And it will return to something strange. فَتُوبًا لِلْغُرَبَاءِ. And so a paradise for the ones who are strange. And when I say being strange, you're being different. You're being against the grain. You're being a rebel. You're being somebody who doesn't care about status quo, who doesn't act on what the people do just because the people do it. You want to be somebody who fears Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in hard moments, in lonely moments, in moments where you're in a crowd of people and you're the only one thinking the way you're thinking. You want to be somebody who can act on the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when nobody else is going to do it. You pray in broom closets. You pray in back offices. You pray in the slush or the snow if you have to, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with the one who puts his forehead on the ground. You know, it's hard being lonely. It definitely is, and it's not a good place to be as a young person, because when you're young, you feel like you need to be a part of something. But you might be the thing that other people have to be a part of. Ibrāhīm عليه السلام, as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, كَانَ أُمَّةً. Right? He was the nation. He was the people. He was the one who was supposed to be joined with. He didn't have to join nobody else. So Ibrāhīm alayhi salatu wasalam, we already know his story. He broke all the other idols and he said the big one did it. And then he went to the people and asked them, oh, so you worship the sun, maybe I should worship the sun. And then the sun went away. He said, I don't like this. I don't like this guy. He said you worship he said you worship the moon, you worship the stars, you worship all these different things. Ah, but they go away. I won't worship these things. My Lord is the one who never goes away. So you want to be a ummah. You want to be a nation unto yourself. No matter where you are, command the good and forbid the evil. You might have 20 other co-workers cursing, talking evil, being lewd, talking about how they have conquests and escapades. Bro, just be right, man. Yours is coming. And one day, on the day of judgment, you're going to be standing in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and all them people who was working together on batil, they're going to be wishing they had did what you was doing.